Alright, welcome to the next episode of The Outer Worlds. Spacer's Choice Edition. Pressing the wrong buttons here. Oh. Okay, there's one.
Look out! Yeah!
Oh, we made it
Don't
through
mess with us.
the Office of Incubation. And, well, here we are. We are going to get over here to get a recording. Sprats all over the place. They did say that there was lots of goods here. What do we got? Spectrum Red. Doesn't look like anything's up there. There's the phonograph on that side. We'll get to that. I think once we're done... let's see. Okay, so from the chem storage... from the chem lab storage and Birdie's apartment. And the... I couldn't get in here, and I couldn't get in here, I don't think. And this, I believe, is the apartment. Can't tell. Oops. Come on. That's the, okay, so that was the tower. What's this one? We couldn't... I don't even remember going over here. I think we would have had a fast travel spot over there, but... Okay, well, let's continue for now, and we'll see what we can get done here. Like the darkest cave I've ever seen. Excuse me. Well, for now, let's stay... Well, let's go up here. The walls and everything. They're electric, so I would assume... robots are in our future.
Someone does not want us here.
Watch your step, Captain. Traps there, there, over there. Well, just about everywhere.
When does a man become a marauder? People talk about them as if they've transformed, like they've mutated. I see it in the Aetherwave broadcasts, read it in the papers. But beneath their masks, they're only people. Dangerous people with a terrible illness, but people still. When we call a man a marauder, have we given up on him? How do we know when he's become one? How can you decide to give up on someone? Have I Have I given up on Harvey? Who does this suffering serve, I wonder? Spacer's choice? We call them marauders, like they have some kind of group identity. They don't. The name was coined in Edgewater, I think. One of the towns first hit by the Adjutant crisis. A lonely Spacer's Choice outpost on the edge of a barren sea. A prime place for the company to test a disastrous new product. When the town started fraying at the edges, hardly anyone else in the colony noticed. Just like Lucian planned. I read the reports. Every missing person. Every unexpected death.
Someone set up a little research outpost all the way up here. Wow. Would you look at the view?
You guys kind of interrupted that there. Wonder if I can listen to that one again. Or actually, you know what? It's probably in here. Just like Lucian planned, Olivia Ambrose. I read the reports. Every missing person, every unexpected death. A town already on the edge. Teetering on the edge. And Adrena time shoved it off a cliff. Somebody was maybe doing some astronomical research. Oh, would you look at that? Poor little sprat got hooked. Oh, well, it doesn't do it to me. There's our bones. Yep, 0G brew all over the place. Doesn't appear that we can look into it. I think that these things would block that a little bit. But, I don't know. I've never looked into one of these. I'm sure that they're amazing. Okay. Scientists here are all gone. Let's continue back over here. We didn't even find anybody. So the scientists must have set those up and then died. Executive suites. X marks the spot. They were playing some sort of toss ball game with the grenades. Arena time, so much of it. The co-worker who finds this. Oh, Diane shoots final report. Given you're reading this, I'm likely dead. I'm very sorry about that. I'm also sorry Spacer's Choice had to send someone else to finish my assignment. As of the moment I'm writing this, Charles Novak still possesses the express mail delivery prototype. I believe he's gone entirely mad, as he has abandoned his apartment and taken up with a group of marauders not far from here. Charles no longer recognizes me. He can't even recognize the Spacer's Choice jingle. When I sang it for him to try and coax him into a calmer state, he shot me in the arm. If you're here to retrieve the prototype, here is what you should know. The prototype remains intact. The prototype has been modified to simultaneously fire multiple projectiles, and the original package housing chamber appears to have been replaced with an explosive payload. Please know that I did not sanction these modifications, nor do I approve of setting fire to company correspondence. Charles's depravity knows no bounds. The original prototype was only intended to deliver packages more quickly. Nothing more, and I'd sooner die than see it be used for violence. To that end, I'm going to try to recover the prototype from Charles. Should I fail, please remember me fondly, despite my incompetence. Faithfully, Diane Shoots. I might have to go back up to the telescope. I might have missed one of those. For as much as this stuff's laying around, I don't know if, I don't know. It just seems like, trying to throw them down the drain all over the place. It just seems, they had such an abundance that it was, I don't know, readily available to them. But we had to look for the we had to look for the prototype, huh?
Dr. Ambrose, tell me about Adjutant. What does it do?
Hasn't Clarence already dumped a pile of promotional materials on your head?
Where's the fun in that? My listeners want to hear it in your own words.
It's an injectable drug that improves a patient's speed, awareness, mental acuity, and endurance. In moderation, Adjutant will uplift the laboring classes by strengthening their minds and work ethic.
That's quite the mission. What's driving this vision of uplift?
I am a solutions-oriented woman. I see a problem and I am moved to solve it. Poverty is one such problem. Through science, I believe we can improve the poor, and in so doing, improve Halcyon.
Well, that's what it's all about, huh? If poor people are a problem, we'll fix them by, I don't know, this drug, I suppose. We've gone in here. This one. Oh, right here. Okay, so the exhilarating adventures of Archibald Excelsior issue number 1. A comic from the cult classic Ace Exterminator series, tragically canceled after its brief 4-issue run, scribbled in felt tip on the comic spine are the words, "Speak." I forgot what the first word was. In the inaugural issue, newly minted hero Archibald Excelsior is dispatched to the cloud cities of Olympus to put down a plague of ravenous manti-men intent on taking the cities for their own. Manta Mastermind pits his second in command, renowned Spindle Knight Sassafras, against Excelsior in hand-to-claw combat. Just when Excelsior appears to have bested his insectile foe with the help of his handy pet, his eye is caught by Isabella, femme fatale, a Manta Mastermind's dancing queen. Will our mustachioed hero survive his brush with the Spindle Knight and with love? Let's see. Eustace, Kim's datapad. Maurice. Excuse me. I have made my peace with the chemical waste pit. It is where I belong. I think with the refuse and the dregs. The surface is distant to me, as distant as the cold stars, as distant as you are. And the rest of them, how do you fare, Maurice? Up on your vaunted perch? When the shadow of the manufactory crown falls on you and your fine telescope, do you think of me down here in the dark? Do any of you? My isolation has borne fruit. Propane, butane, ethane, these wild gases visit me in my dreams. They shift and morph, compress and expand, gas now, then liquid, then gas again. They've whispered to me the trick of their metamorphosis, and I have bottled it as they taught me. Come down from the shadow of the manufactory, Maurice, down to the ravine, and they will teach you their trick too. Let us at last complete the package, that I might finally ascend. All glory to the P.E.T. Signed, Eustace. So he got sent down into the ravine and found out that there's a bunch of gases down there. Talking about down here. Oh, hold on. Hold on, I can get it. Are you kidding? It's hard to stay still. What's this, a firefly? He's been up there for ages. Alright. Let's skedaddle. we should be able to get in here now, but I think we're gonna... Where am I? Right here? I think we're going to fast travel to here, go south, and make it to this. The hope was lost. Oh my gosh. These guys actually just pop up all over the place.
Keep it all together. Not even a scratch. Bullseye. Woo! We made it. Here we go! Nice one!
Well, we don't want to go that way, right? Okay, well, we'll go there next. This must lead to this. Perhaps these, who knows? Do we ever read this terminal? Probably not. Chem lab, human inquiry, auditing. Oh wait, what's it say? Emergency lockdown and lockdown override requires access to the following facilities. Yeah. Okay, it's sealed. But we are actually gonna go this way. Ugh, okay, let's see.
Let's show him. Nice one.
They got it.
Don't mess with us.
No matter where you go here, it's like these guys just keep popping up. Oh, maybe this is why we didn't get this far. Apparently we didn't go up here either. That's okay. I'm sure we'll get there.
As a doctor, I'd say you've got a 6% chance of surviving the fall.
Come on.
Don't look, don't look.
And here we go. With our sweet, sweet elevator. At least I can't see outside of this one. Not that I would mind, like a glass elevator or something like that. It's just... I don't really know how these ones are made. Oh, look at that.
Take him down. Dead on. Down they go. Wow! Great work!
Maybe this was the, ravine. This might be the, propane and the gases he was talking about. Let's go this way. don't know if we should be shooting down here. Perfect. Perfectly, like, standing in a line. Chem lab. Oh, we never discovered the chem lab. Well, I mean, we did now, but... Let's see if we can go in. Sealed. Well, it appears that as we go through the main quest, we will unlock all of that stuff.
Someone was doing research right near the dump? Ugh. Smells something awful.
Yes, it appears that they were. Birdie Sharp's datapad. Hi, Dr. Kim. I hope everything's all right down there in the chem lab. Waste processing ravine. I know it gets a little smelly, what with the garbage and toxic goo pits and all, so I just want to make sure you're A-okay. With Virgil's blessing, I prepared a revised schedule outlining the remainder of the package's production cycle. You will note that your propellant solution is blocking Virgil's completion of the package's metal casing. Uh-oh. Would you maybe be able to come visit me so we can go over the timeline in detail? I'm in the little office just outside the top level exit from HIA. Can't miss it. Let me know. I'm here to help. By the marvelous mustache of Excelsior. Birdie Sharp. Well. Big fans of this guy. This is issue 4. And this word says this spine says enter on it. After narrowly escaping the clutches of the nefarious agent Buff Hardman, wounded hero Archibald Excelsior has a heart in turmoil, a broken PET, and no time to rest, because an ancient colossus slumbering underneath the crust of the prison planet Tartarus arises and hungers for the flesh of thousands. As the colossus lay waste to the maximum security penitentiary, Excelsior's nemesis Hardman returns to haunt him. Now Excelsior must face down 2 devilish foes at once as lava encroaches on all sides. Excelsior's odd look grim until a chance lightning strike ignites the PET and gives the ace exterminator a fighting chance. Will our mustachioed hero slay the giant and finally mend his broken heart? No, because he got cancelled. Okay, so we can't get into a lot of the buildings. I'm gonna go back, I think, and up here. Toxic runoff. Do not approach unless ordered to do so by our supervisor. That's all waste, toxic waste. I think it should just say, do not approach. Under any circumstances. Or maybe unless trained and properly suited. Oh my goodness.
I can't see!
Oof. Come on. Oh my goodness. We're actually gonna die for once.
That's the last of them.
I almost died. Pathecophobia. After repeatedly getting beat up by primals, you no longer function well when they attack your companions. Phobic, dexterity, perception, temperament. No. Really wants me to take them flaws. I probably should take one, but I don't have a good reason to. Oh my goodness. Is that the elevator we came up in? I think it is. Trash. Trash. Oh my goodness. Somebody sleeps in here? Mm-mm. Nice book. Okay, let's see. Torn out page from garbage processing log, day 1. First day on the new job. I can't believe this. Been a loyal, productive chemist on this project for nearly 3 years. And this is the thanks I get? This must have been Clarence's doing. He must have realized what I knew about the sabotage at the Office of Creation Incubation. Some friend he was. I would have taken a pink slip for the guy, but after the crap he pulled, I can only hope he's eaten by canids slowly. Then again, with all the backstabbing going on lately, I guess I ought to consider myself lucky I wasn't reassigned to the inside of the trash compactor. I saw an arm bone in the feed chute today. Looked human. I'm trying not to think about it. Come to think of it, someone might review this log. Shoot, I'll start over. I got nothing but time at this point. This guy's actually thinking of a piano that plays itself. I'm sure most of this is trash. Oh, the processing log. This is his new day 1. First day on the new job. I can't believe this. What a joy to be here. What a sudden and complete surprise to be promoted to head garbage processing officer. It would be nice if there were another officer here to teach me the job, but I guess he fell into the feed chute last week. I have made a note not to do this. I'm starting by reading all available notations regarding the trash compactor. If Spacer's Choice believes that I, a humble chemist, am suited to such lofty work, then I will do my best to succeed at it. Unfortunately, the operating manual for the compactor is covered in bloodstains, which does make it difficult to understand. Day 3, compactor was making weird noises today. I thought it was a problem with the compressor chamber, so I spent most of the afternoon troubleshooting with the manual. Turns out a sprat had gotten into the hopper. The emergency stop does not work. Day 8, my arms are killing me and my back. And let's see, yep, my shoulders. Most of me aches. I thought this was supposed to get easier. Guess I'm not used to physical labor yet. I'm seriously considering microdosing with adrenatime. Maybe once they've gotten a few more kinks sorted out, assuming the idiots over at the chem lab have stopped bickering long enough to do their jobs. Day 19. It's a big jump. What am I even doing here? I'm a chemist, for law's sake. I don't know how any of this works. I'm surprised I have both arms left. Not that anyone else ever comes by the shack to notice. Day 33. I don't know why I'm bothering with this log. No one's going to read it. No one has any intention of reading it. It's pen and paper. They could at least pretend to give a flying fish sticks and give me a data log. This is sprat crap. Day 52. Today I compacted a marauder's corpse into a tiny cube of meat. Just to see what it would really look like. I should have felt disgusted, but when I looked at the end result, I didn't feel a thing. Day 76, is there something I'm meant to do to maintain the machine? Maybe oil it or something? Day 100, what a milestone! Day 101, made a game out of lobbing sprats into the compactor's hopper. Gave myself extra points for the live ones. What have I become? Day 140. There's a lot. I wonder what it would look like to run a mantis swarm through the feed chute. What would it look like all crushed down into a tiny cube? Ooh, day 183. Got a message from the mine to come out and clean up some kind of cargo rail accident. Had to trek all the way out there just to tell them I don't deal with fluids. Morons. Day 211. Here's me at my lowest. I've been picking out the most hazardous trash I can find, and I'm saving it up to do something nasty to Clarence's place. Need to figure out which room his is. Day 231. If I just, I don't know, dove in there, law, that would work. Imagine how slowly and painful it would crush my body down into juice and meat and shards of bone. I guess he didn't do it. Day 269. The mine crew is still after me to clean up their little accident, like I'm not up to my ears in garbage out here. Bodily fluids are outside my wheelhouse. Any bodily fluids from compressing organic material are just incidental. Day 275. I'm done with this log. I'm done with everything. Maybe I'll let the garbage pile up forever. Maybe it'll pile up so high it'll spill out across the canyon and drown everything and everyone. I can only hope. That was a extremely lengthy little log.
Tell me about the production of adrenatime, Dr. Ambrose. I hear Compound X is a unique challenge to work with. It's temperamental. It must be refined under tightly controlled circumstances at tremendously low temperatures. Do you compound it with anything else? Tell me more about your refining process. Our audience is conversant in the sciences, very detail-oriented, so don't be afraid to get technical.
Last time I met you,
You spoke like a groundbreaker builder sprat. Why the sudden airs? And such specific questions? Does your minder know what you're up to? Does he suspect you're a spy? Pardon me.
Maybe he's a spy. Alright, well... the compactor. He was not lying, though. The... so he said something about a compactor, but I don't actually see one. There's trash all over the place. I figured the compactor would be somewhere close. Oh well, let's go back. We can fast travel out of here, I think. This wasn't the compactor, right? This was nothing? Yeah, okay, this was nothing. Okay, the compactor's not down here. Nothing crazy there. Okay, let's go back. Right, quick. I just wanted to know where the compactor was.
Okay, gone quiet.
Here we go!
Wow, he had a lot in him. This isn't a trash compactor, but it's just the worst down here. Toxic primal brains. That stuff. Well, I still didn't find the compactor, but yeah, we still can't get in here. Trash dump, the elevator, collapsed tug transport. We've searched quite a few places. See if we can get in here. What's this place called? HIA facility. Oh, body. Sorry. HIA passkey.
Doing this. Don't mess with us.
Good job, everybody. Let's go in here. We'll just drop off this quest, and then we'll find out where to go. The Sprat Shack is behind us, isn't it? Lenora. I haven't actually found her husband yet, and I kind of wanted to find a body or whatever. But since I didn't... Oh, wrong way, guys. Okay, here we go. Hey, you got your thing.
You find anything out there, you let me know. I'm ready to get off this rock.
What brings you to... Yeah, we already asked her that. Okay, what? I found your husband's flask.
That's it, all right. Law. Still smells like his whiskey, his cigarettes, and that awful cologne he bathed in every morning. Here. I saved up for this, just in case I needed to go out into the ruins myself. Truth be told, I'm glad I never had to use it. You didn't happen to find anything else out there, did you?
I found his journal. He went mad after the evacuation and became a marauder. I didn't see your husband. It's always possible he made it out. What I found doesn't matter, Gorgon, is the past. You should look to the future. I found Jerome. It looks like he died peacefully. Oh, well, that I guess could be nice, but I like to tell the truth.
A marauder? You're telling me he's been alive all this time? Don't tell me that's the end of it. Was there anything else?
Marauders attacked me. I had no choice but to defend myself. There's simply no way of knowing where he is now. All that matters is you wouldn't have wanted this for him. I deal with marauders all the time. It's kill or be killed. I killed the marauders near your old place. He was probably among them. Yeah, I don't actually know, so there's simply no way of knowing where he is now.
You're right. My Jerome deserved better. But deserving isn't the same as getting in this rotten colony. Jerome got me out of Gorgon. I can honor his memory by staying out. Time to hit the dusty trail. Be seeing you, stranger.
This is what he would have wanted. Go, live your life.
I was expecting that to go a lot worse, but I usually avoid the hard conversations.
I think you did the right thing, Captain, but I hope she doesn't try to go after him.
Yeah, that's true. I guess if I would have just said he's dead, it would have worked. Okay, we're gonna go to journal, because I'm sure it's gonna tell me to go to, yep, that. We'll do this one on our way to do this one. Journal, please. In order to access the S&M Center, you need to send overrides from 2 other facilities, Human Inquiry and Auditing, and the Chem Lab, which we could not get into the Chem Lab, so it looks like it's Human Inquiry, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Comms Tower Terminal. which I think we were kind of at before, so this sort of works out. We shall fast travel to here and get to our destination and get these doors open. Ah, come on. I hate these dumb gates. And the curbs. We were in here once. Locate facility staff. Name, mostly Clarence. Byzantium Musgrave Collection. Thank you for your diligent commitment to personal tracking and surveillance. So, where do we have to go now? Wait, what? Found in Musgrave's family collection, an art gallery loaded. What? We have to go to Byzantium? I didn't think we were gonna have to leave. Well, Byzantium it is. You know what? This gives me an opportunity to drop a bunch of crap off. I like that hat. You know, we'll drop off these hats as well. Let's see, watch this. Oops. Let's go into this. Put on our very fine hat and our nice clothing. Uh-huh. No. They're still talking. I figured that once we do that, something would happen. But it did not. So, you know. I figured this hat would be nice. Oh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to. Okay, here we go. That one, this one. Put the hat in. Put this thing in. Everything else can go away. Oh, you know what? We gotta put our... Well, we don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want this. These. Put all this stuff away. We have so many of these that I could sell most of them. While we're in Byzantium, perhaps I will. Given to you by Sublight Salvage and Shipping for being an Employee of the Month. Dissident. Speak. Graham's Patch. Put away all this food stuff that we got. We should just sell almost everything.
Okay.
Oops. You never know what your crew is going to want. The Marauders are out for search for the Adjutant, and I have a lot of it. $301 of this. Oh my goodness. Does this weigh anything? Heck yeah, it does. Let's There. Now we don't have crap.
You'll get it. I promise.
Hold on, I forgot about something. Let's do this. Medal of Honor, T and L, 1,000. Yeah, that's okay. Okay. Shears. This one? Oops. Every time. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. Let's go to Byzantium. Can't believe I have to travel across the galaxy. It doesn't matter which one I go to. Let's go to this one and see where it takes me.
Captain, transmission request from Ambrose Manor.
Okay. I'm guessing Minnie wants an update. Patch her through.
Captain, imagine my surprise when I saw the Unreliable leaving Gorgon with so much urgency and purpose. Tell me you found Mother's journal. I'm positively dying for good news.
Someone warned me to stay away from Gorgon, then locked the place down.
Someone? You mean someone still has access to the facility? Oh, after all this time. Who was it?
Could be an agent from Spacer's Choice who doesn't appreciate spies. I don't think that's the one. Someone with an old grudge would be my guess. Nope. We didn't have a chance to exchange pleasantries. I would go for the last two. You tell me.
I don't even know who's still alive from Project Gorgon, much less who would care enough to guard its secrets. Make sure you have eyes on the back of your head. I doubt we've seen the last of this human vexation. If I know Spacer's Choice, getting past the lockdown will be more complicated than just hitting a big red button. You'll need authorization, and layers of it.
Familiar with Gorgon's old research staff?
I seem to recall that Mother worked closely with Gorgon's R&D personnel, but not close enough to invite them over for dinner and cocktails, if you get my meaning. By now, they'll have moved on with their lives. If only I could do the same.
Did you know Gorgon was developing adrenatime?
I knew Mother was involved with some important chemical trials, but I had no idea her pet project was adrenatime. Adrenatime is a working man's stimulant, like a caffeinoid. Very popular at launch, though the marketing quieted down over time.
Were you aware that adrenatime created marauders?
What? No. I mean, there's some very morbid wording in the fine print, but I had no idea adrenatime could make marauders out of people. That's it. That must be it. Spacer's Choice is keeping their dirty little secret about adrenatime off the record. We have to find Mother's journal. If we don't, then Spacer's Choice gets away with murder. I only hope we aren't too late.
I feel like this is not going to clear your mother's name, but... I mean, I guess it's going to dirty up Spacer's Choices, but I wouldn't say it's going to clear hers. She knew what she was doing. Why would Spacer's Choice risk everything for a stimulant?
Adrenatime was touted as the working man's best friend. A drug that boosted productivity with no adverse effects. The promise of adrenatime cannot be overstated. Exhaustion and fatigue were supposed to be obsolete. Workplace accidents would be things of the past. For whatever reason, the drug never lived up to that promise.
Could one drug really do all of that?
I don't know. And thanks to Spacer's choice, we may never find out. I know that I'd like to see a colony where the promise of Adrena time was fulfilled. And I doubt I'm the only one.
The promise of Adrena time, not Adrena time itself. So I'll get behind what she's saying, even though I would rather take a nap. I'm heading back out. You really know your business, Minnie.
Thank you. I certainly ought to know what I'm doing. I spent years trying to break into pharmaceuticals, professionally speaking. Mother wouldn't hear of it. She didn't think I had the wit to succeed in her line of work. Safe travels. If your leads give you any trouble, be sure and give them some trouble back, yes?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. We'll be seeing you, Minnie.
Ta!
Looking down. That's weird. Oh, wait, no, we want him. The muscle. It's a cool port. Ugh. I just want to press escape to get out of things. What? Well, okay. I don't think we've landed here before. Maybe we have.
Not so fast. All right, you're clear. The Adjutant's expecting you. Go on through.
What? Did I just get myself into another quest? Don't look at me that way, Felix. That's right.
How may I be of assistance?
You can't. Yeah, still not in here. Okay, I remember this place, but I was like, what the heck is going on here? The elevator is right there. What about this room? I never talked to her before. I don't think this door was open.
I admit part of me expected you to stand by your old friend. For better or worse, Wells was responsible for putting you back on your feet. That said, he's also a wanted criminal. For information regarding his whereabouts, you are entitled to collect a reward from Percival.
Tell me why you wanted to see me.
I understand you've infiltrated the Ministry. The things you discovered there must have been shocking, even disturbing. Halcyon is on the verge of a total systems collapse. The truth is ugly and difficult to accept, but we must accept the truth before we can move forward. Malnutrition is already a problem. Disease will come next, followed by starvation, followed by a breakdown of society, followed by extinction. I know this must come as a surprise to you.
No, it doesn't.
I imagine you have questions.
So that's your solution? Put the whole colony on ice. People ain't gonna stand for this. We'll fight back. We'll tear down the walls of Byzantium.
No, Mr. Millstone, you will not. The workers of Halcyon will do exactly as they are told, as they always have. Your dreams of a people's revolution are the juvenile fantasies of a frustrated child.
Guess Monarch folk ain't the only ones fucked around here. That ain't exactly an uplifting thought.
I know your face. Stellar Bay's most infamous hunter. How curious that you've thrown your lot in with the captain. Monarch may harbor delusions of independence, but make no mistake. You are a part of our colony. If we fall, Monarch falls with us. I won't pretend the truth isn't damning. Yes, the colony is on the verge of collapse, but there is a way to save it.
We need to talk about this lifetime employment program.
I'll answer however I can.
You don't honestly believe all this lifetime employment nonsense, do you?
The lifetime employment program is not some malevolent strategy of an evil mastermind. There's no dark secret buried in the fine print.
Yeah, there is.
The program is logical, it's reasonable, it's merciful, and most importantly, it will work.
No, it's gonna... They're just gonna freeze people, and then when they're frozen, they just let them sit. I saw the presentation. Rockwell wants to sacrifice the colony to save Byzantium.
Byzantium is the beating heart of our colony.
No workers.
And as long as Byzantium survives, Halcyon may one day recover from the collapse. We must protect this city at any cost. Help me execute the lifetime employment program, and you will have earned a place of honor in Byzantium. You will live in comfort and want for nothing.
What does any of this have to do with me?
When you turned Phineas Wells over to me, I knew I could rely on you. You've demonstrated your ability to place duty above sentiment. And you deliver results. That quality alone is enough to separate you from the board's army of indecisive bureaucrats.
Not a fan of bureaucracy there, Sophia.
Do you know how many meetings I have to sit through? How many papers I have to sign before I can make one decision? I'm only trying to rescue Halcyon from extinction. I can't save this colony alone. I need someone capable of working outside the system. Someone who can get things done.
What's your take on all this? How long do we have? No, we'll do this one.
When I first discovered the truth, I was shocked, even disgusted. I wondered how we'd allowed a colony like Halcyon to fall into disarray. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the colony had sown the seeds of its own destruction. We have become lazy and decadent. We smother ourselves in meaningless bureaucracies. We deliberate and argue and procrastinate.
It's a pretty good argument for getting rid of the board entirely.
I admit, I occasionally fantasize about making an executive decision without having some tedious committee questioning my every move. Do you have any idea how much paperwork is involved in ordering someone's execution through the usual channels? It's positively maddening.
How long do we have?
We've already crossed the point of no return. The collapse has already begun. You must have noticed the signs in Emerald Vale. Malnutrition, disease, high mortality rates. This is a permanent famine, Captain. We've done all we can to curb their hunger. Very soon, people are going to realize they're starving. A famine is a problem of logistics as well as marketing. Your workers must remain productive on as little food as possible, and they must always believe that food is plentiful.
That's what that research in Roseway was all about. How did you manage that? That's disgusting. Your workers are starving and you're feeding them lies. Makes sense. People need to believe the board is looking out for them.
Before you interfered in Roseway, Dr. Anton Crane was on the verge of developing a powerful appetite suppressant. It would have made his career. The solution is a temporary one. Before long, our workers are going to feel the effects of starvation. The Lifetime Employment Program is our only viable option.
No more questions, just tell me what you wanted.
We need to talk about Emerald Vale. You handed Edgewater over to a band of dissidents. I can't have this. Adelaide McDevitt and her people have no place in the Halcyon that is to come. Edgewater needs to go. I want you to wipe the town out. No survivors.
Are you out of your mind? We're not gonna murder a town of innocent people.
You will do exactly as you're told, or I will have you shot for insubordination.
I will hunt beasts until I'm out of ammunition, and then I'll fight a good long while after. But I am not about to mow down a crowd of innocent people.
Then I suggest you find your courage, or pretend you're hunting beasts. Now is not the time for half measures, Captain. I need a decision from you.
I'll do it. I don't understand. What did Edgewater do to deserve this?
You replaced a loyal, if hard-headed, town leader with a revolutionary. Adelaide's people have turned Edgewater into a hub of dissidents. These people are dangerous. They're going to become more dangerous after the collapse. We need to put them down. Now.
The board's responsible for this colony. This is all your fault. You're talking about taking human lives here. I could say, why me? But then she'll be like, because you did this in the first place. We're going to say the third one.
Because we were negligent. You're right. The colony can't possibly feed itself. And it's our fault. This is our mess. And the only way we're cleaning it up is by taking action. I'm not asking you to be a murderer. I'm asking you to be a surgeon. Edgewater is a necrotic limb on the body of the colony. It must be severed.
Adelaide's people are self-sufficient. They're not a stain on the colony's resources.
Don't fool yourself. The dissidents occupying Edgewater are rebels harboring dangerous and seditious ideas. Left to their own devices, their numbers will grow. Graham Bryant and his merry band of morons caused enough trouble on Monarch. I won't risk the same thing happening in Edgewater.
You are completely insane.
No. Allowing thousands of colonists to starve to death because we couldn't make one cold-blooded decision is insane. What I'm suggesting is absolutely logical. Steel your spine, Captain. Do what needs to be done.
No.
Don't make this more difficult than it needs to be, Captain. I rather like you, and I'd hate to have you shot for disobeying a direct order.
Well, you made your point, I'll do it. I don't really have a choice, do I? I could say this one. We'll do this one just to avoid confrontation.
Not true. You can choose to say, yes, ma'am, or at once, Madam Adjutant, or as you wish, or even, I'll take care of it.
Oh, so it's gonna make me do it anyways. I'll do this one then.
I'm disappointed. I was so sure you had potential.
Here they come. Bring the score, Cap!
What was that? What was that?
Wow.
Score one for Felix.
She didn't even have anything. Has some of these cigarettes. Oh, they turned that guy into mush. Alright, well, we've stirred up quite a bit on Byzantium, which is probably not good. Let's go. Somebody's probably going to find about that.
I hear you're into Graham's philosophist hogwash, Felix.
They just start
Yeah,
talking
if by
randomly about
philosophist
that.
hogwash
Why
you
wouldn't they
mean
talk about
the virtues
this?
of enlightened anarchy.
Organization separates us from the animals. You ever seen a rat play plumbing? You see sprats running around building roads?
Guys.
Here they come!
Oh, great.
Here they go!
Oh, this is a terrible. I should have never come to that docking bay and talk to this lady. That's nothing. Don't worry about it. I hope the whole of Byzantium isn't mad about this. They are turned the other way. I think I had a thing here. Oh, yeah, they're very mad.
Like we're doing this!
We are destroying Byzantium right now. This is not what I had intended. Okay, we gotta sneak past this place and get to the... wherever we're going. It's like down and around this corner. I might as well.
Stay in sight.
Here we go.
Oh. You know, you probably deserved it, lady. It's right there.
Nobody messes with you, boss!
This is the worst. Okay, well, we definitely did some stuff here by not agreeing to her.
Hey, I know your face. You're wanted by the board.
I am now.
Wow. You're a living, breathing outlaw. That is, until security outside gets their eyes on you, but let's not spoil the moment. If you're here for the annual Canid review, I'm afraid it's already over. Only thing going on behind those doors is good, old-fashioned lawful behavior. This greeting constitutes your confidentiality agreement. You hereby agree not to disclose the location or existence of these events. Thank you for cooperating.
Canid revenue. I don't know anything about Canid revenue. Hold on, I didn't agree to anything.
Then you should have told me that before I greeted you. Defaulting on a verbal agreement is a punishable offense.
That's okay.
Now then, how can I help you?
I'm kind of in trouble with the law as it is. What's this? What's with all the secrecy? This place isn't exactly hard to find.
We find that our clients enjoy the appearance of participating in illegal activities. Secrecy contributes to a feeling of indecency. The Musgrave family collection was intended to be a gallery of fine art. And here we are, using this place to practice semi-legal canid shows. Scandalous, isn't it?
You said this place was supposed to be an art gallery. What happened?
That's privileged information. I really shouldn't tell you.
Sure you can. I already agreed to your stupid confidentiality clause.
That's a fair point. All right, I'll tell you. But just keep this between us.
Guaranteed secrecy is expensive, you know.
Oh, it's all right. I'll give you this little secret for free. The Musgraves own one of Earth's largest private collections of art and literature. They were going to have the entire collection shipped all the way to Halcyon. Unfortunately, that collection never arrived. We haven't heard anything from the delivery convoy, and there's some purely hypothetical concern that the collection might be, well...
Stolen.
I was going to say indefinitely delayed by unforeseen and unknowable circumstances, but yes. Let's go with that. Anyway, that's as much as I can tell you. Will there be anything else?
Look, I'm looking for Clarence Mosley.
Mr. Mosley is indeed attending our event, although I am disappointed to discover he did not officially enter his canid La Place into our competition. You should find Mr. Mosley just inside the prep room. Head inside and take the door to your left.
Hopefully there's no guards. Okay, there isn't. Only one guy's got a name in there.
Oh, just hear me out. It's a breeze.
Here he is.
Hey, Maverick Johnston's newest star. I've got a question for you. Do you know the interesting thing about canid shows?
Trick question. There isn't anything interesting about canid shows.
Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility. Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers. In other words, if you put enough canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise in futility.
You, Clarence Mosley.
What gave me away? Wait, don't tell me. You've read my monograph, Putting the Us in Calculus, or How to Use Mathematics to Find Your Statistically Significant Other. I'm afraid I don't really do autographs, but yes, I am Clarence Mosley.
I've been looking for you. You're the last known staff member on Project Gorgon.
Oh. Then you're not here about my monograph. It's true, I was involved with Project Gorgon, but that chapter of my life is long since closed. Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice, Let the past go. Live in the moment. Enjoy the party.
The manufactory is on emergency lockdown, and I need your help. I need you to help me lift it.
Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the chem lab and human inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know 2 people who do.
Hopefully they're not here.
The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you.
I wouldn't either.
I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason.
I was hired to find a journal. I'm just trying to do my job. That's not a good enough reason. Something horrible's happened on Gorgon. I'm just trying to uncover the truth. Project Gorgon created the Marauders. You can't just walk away from that. Could just do this.
Yes, the birthplace of the Marauders. And a graveyard for all our mistakes. Starting Project Gorgon was our first mistake. Trying to bury Project Gorgon while it's still very much alive and clawing its way back to the surface, that may be our last mistake.
Nobody has to know you're involved. Give me what I want and I'll be on my way. The only thing I want is that journal. No, he doesn't know about the journal. There has to be a way to fix this. Now is your chance to clear your conscience.
Please. There's no need to insult me by implying I have a conscience.
Yeah, there it is. Okay.
It's my reputation that concerns me. I want a favor from you. Do something for me and I'll do something for you. That way we don't have to rely on mutual trust. A grand prize trophy to the Canid Review. I want it in my hands. Get me that trophy, and I'll give you the remaining researchers. Names, locations, as much information as I have.
What's so important about this trophy anyways?
My Canid, Laplace, is statistically superior to every other Canid in this review. Better average sprinting time, superior gait coefficient, optimal anatomical symmetry. I didn't bother entering little Laplace in this pointless contest. He's already won on paper, you see. That trophy rightfully belongs to him.
We'll just do this one.
Head into the main hall and take the elevator down into the maintenance tunnels. You'll find a service passage that leads up into the trophy room. The maintenance tunnel is the only way up into the trophy room. Some technician barred the door shut on our end. Ask Tilda Coatsworth about it, over by the podium.
I know what I'm doing, Clarence. Thanks.
Oh, you're quite welcome. I look forward to observing your results.
No, there's nothing else. I'm sure there's security and everything else down there.
It's not canid hunting I object to, it's the...
Okay. Actually let them in.
Wow, how'd you do that?
What the heck? Installation log. Completed. Schedule annual sanitation and repair. Musgrave family vault. Applied Kindapine scented floor wax. Appraised area in accordance with Byzantium aesthetic standards. See HCC board aesthetic and interior regulation section 33F. Relocated garbage. Installed anti-dissident automechanicals in order to ensure moral and civil hygiene. Note, tampering with, altering, or otherwise disabling moral hygiene automechanicals is strictly prohibited under board regulations. Deliver complimentary mint.
Here we go! Yeah! Now that was fun!
This is the trophy room. No trophies in here. Go, 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 guys. Wait, what is this?
Can we do that again?
What? Oh, I need 10 more. We're gonna take this. Oh, wait, where'd it go? Right there. Hi, everybody. Nothing crazy. They don't mind if I take all those.
All that pomp and circumstance out there. For this. What the hell's the point?
There is not a point.
You ever want to make friends with a canid? Look him square in the eyes. Oh, and Bear...
You know, the careers of 9 out of 13 actors end after their debut serial. Enjoy the fame while it lasts.
I got your trophy.
My trophy! Look at this thing. Have you ever seen a more garish monument to the boredom of the elite? If only Grandfather Mostly were alive today, I would have loved to wave this trophy right in front of his cataracts. I hope you won't take it personally when I say I had my doubts about you. Nothing ever gets done in Byzantium, you see. Competent work is, well, a statistical anomaly.
Yeah, sure. Well, I cut my end of the bargain. Where's yours?
Lifting the emergency lockdown requires overrides from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. Access to those facilities requires authorizations from 2 senior-level researchers, Marion Blakesley, Jasper Lowe. They went into hiding after the project collapsed, but I've managed to calculate their last known whereabouts within a reasonable margin of error.
You use statistical analysis to figure out their locations. Show me the math.
I see you're familiar with my technique. I'd love to show you my numbers, but there aren't nearly enough napkins in this room.
Please.
After the project shut down, I had to keep my mind occupied. I worked on my actuarial tables, calculated the average lifespan of a Spacer's Choice worker, that sort of thing. I realized some of the researchers had to be alive. I ran some numbers, did a little research, and concluded that the two most likely survivors are Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe.
You haven't been able to let go of Project Gorgon either.
Nonsense. I just needed a good old-fashioned statistical problem to busy my mind. Keeps the faculties lubricated.
You talk about leaving the past behind, but you still feel responsible.
Let me stop you there. I don't accept anything for free. And if you're going to analyze me, I'd have to go through the trouble of hiring you on contract. Think what you will of my intentions, my calculations are sound. You'll find Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe at the enclosed locations.
So these two researchers are the only ones left?
As far as I know, Jasper Lowe and Marion Blakesley are the only two surviving researchers with high-level clearance. If you want to lift the lockdown on the manufactory, you'll need to send an override from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry.
Alright, I've got some questions about the researchers. I need 2 different overrides to lift the one lockdown. Why is nothing in this colony ever simple?
I know it feels like you're being led on. What is that colorful metaphor commoners use? A wild sprat chase? Remember, this is Spacer's Choice we're talking about. Their security protocols are just as inefficient and frustrating as their manufacturing.
Now, let's see what he's got to say about the researchers.
I'll tell you what I can.
What do I need to know about Marion?
Dr. Marion Blakesley supervised the Human Inquiry and Auditing Facility. Live subjects, measuring tape and syringes, that sort of thing. Someone sabotaged the facility. Blakesley tendered her resignation and vanished. I'm reasonably certain she's hiding in a maintenance bay on Groundbreaker.
Well, at least it's on Groundbreaker. You sure it was sabotage?
Well, with Spacer's Choice equipment, who even knows?
It was sabotage,
Dr.
remember,
Blakesley tendered her resignation lawfully,
maybe not,
but under suspicious circumstances. If you want to know more, you'd best ask her yourself.
What about this Jasper Lowe guy?
Dr. Lowe described himself as a dazzling genius in his review. I disagreed. Of the 19 criteria that constitute the rubric of genius, Dr. Lowe only met 15. After the project shut down, corporate traded him off to Anti-Cleo in exchange for 5 lab coats. He's been transferred to an orbital lab around Olympus.
You think we should give him his eye back? You don't think much of Mr. Jasper, huh? Must have been some fancy lab coats.
Oh dear. How do I explain this without using too many syllables? Lab coats means scientists. It's a colloquial... It's slang. Let's get back on topic. You'll find Dr. Lowe in an orbital lab around Olympus.
Oh, wow. That's the closest I'm going to get to Olympus so far. Before I go, one other thing.
Certainly. What's on your mind?
I found this eye.
My eye! I was wondering where I'd misplaced that old thing. It's perfectly preserved, you know. Every eye possesses unique dimensions, not unlike a fingerprint. The circumference, the shape, the color of the iris. An eye makes excellent proof of identification, assuming you don't mind removing one.
Here, take your eye back. I don't want this thing in my pocket.
Well, that's rather responsible of you. I'll put a good word in your permanent record.
Thanks. I don't think it's gonna matter anymore. How did you lose it?
I'd rather not get into the details. If Spacer's Choice ever asks you to test out their new model of monocle, just say no.
That's it. I'm done asking me stuff. Let's go. We gotta get off of Byzantium without killing too many people. I don't think I minded when she died. Oh, come on. There's no hostiles nearby. I guess everybody's a hostile at this point. Wonder if we can ever get back our whatever. Why did I have to go and talk to that lady? We need to go to... Right. Oh, right out here.
Heads up!
Crap. Oh, it's right there. Go, go, go. We gotta get out of here. Alright. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Persuade. Intimidate. I do like persuade. Oh, X, please. Perks. What do we have for perks? Tactical time dilation lasts longer. Okay, sure, whatever. We'll do that.
You killed the Adjutant? We are outlaws in the truest sense of the word now.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
You know, it didn't say attack when I
See you soon,
said
Captain.
that, so I didn't know that we were gonna do that. Well, I guess we weren't attacking, she was, but still. Eridanos, Olympus. Go to Olympus. Groundbreaker. Oh, fine. But, with all of our stuff that we've done, we're going to end the episode right here. And we're going to come back next time and continue on this wild goose chase. I mean, we're criminals now. What the heck? If I just wouldn't have talked to her, it would have been fine. But since we did, now we're criminals to Byzantium. So, you know, that's exciting. Hope you enjoyed this one. And I hope that you'll come for the next one. Bye for now.